What is going on, people? Today is Monday, fresh new week, and it is peak week. Monday, 8th of September. Yeah, I haven't done a video, literally prep video anyway, since show day, and then the Ibiza vlog, obviously, which I'll go into in this video if I get it done. You're gonna have to bear with me in this. I've got to film this video myself today. Kate is away on holiday. Obviously, I've got the lads and whatnot, yeah, obviously I live right behind the train track, so it's a bit of a ball like. But yeah, so I'm going to attempt to film by myself today. Try and get a little vlog out for you guys, especially as we're coming up to the finals now. Keep you all updated, because I know everyone's always asked for the videos. And ideally, I'd love to get them out every day, but it's hard. And I know it sounds stupid, but this new camera I've got, well, it's not new, but I've had it for a while. The screen flips up, but it doesn't flip around, so I can't see myself. So it just throws me off, so I'm filming and I don't know if I'm actually filming myself. But yeah, long story short, like I said, Monday, it's peak week. We've got the British finals on Sunday. As the show's over 2 days, I'm on the Sunday, so pretty much same setup as the qualifier. I've already been up this morning early, 6 o'clock, done my cardio, an hour fasted cardio on the Stairmaster, come home, had a bath. I've been having salt baths quite regularly now because I've been feeling real beat up and they've been helping a lot. So I had a bath and I'm about to get my first meal in. So let's get that cracking, and then I can get this video going, because I have no idea what I'm doing, but I know I need to do an update. So let me get some food in first, and then I might be able to function a little better. What I have here is an egg white omelette. This is typically what I've been having every day. That's 10 weeks. There's 9 egg whites and 1 whole egg. I have 20 grams of almond butter. Get them extra fats in there. And then 2 scoops of ISO, 2 scoops of diamantized isolate in there, just with some water. And that is my first meal of the day. 7 days out to the British finals. Obviously, I know I haven't been doing no videos, but trust me, I've been working my ass off. If you follow me on Insta, I'll say it's every video, everyone should be following. If not, go follow my Instagram, because I am a lot more active on my Instagram. And the reason, obviously, I haven't done as much videos, one is due to time, work and whatnot, and Katie's been away, and obviously, you know, Hope's on the cam, she does a lot of filming for me. So she's actually in Dubai. It's actually her birthday today, so everyone comment below, shout out Hopes. It's her birthday today, she's in Dubai. That was my little present to her, because her friends live out there, so I paid for her to go out there for a week. But yeah, so that's the reason videos have been on a shortage. So I thought, you know, I'm just gonna try today. I've set my tripod up again and I'll just try film, even if I can just get a little update video out, it's fine. So yeah, prep wise, here we are, 1 week out from the finals. Obviously, if you watched the last videos, you'll know all the feedback from the qualifier was good, man. I mean, it was the best physique I've brought to this date, and the feedback was good, and I've definitely improved where I needed to. All these things, main feedback as far as not winning and improving for the finals, it was mainly condition, a little bit of tweaks with posing, but mainly condition, especially from the back. It's just like I'm so repetitive, but from hamstrings, glutes, that's just my weak point, we know that, and obviously I am working on that, and they're coming quite a lot. I am really happy. I like to do some posing today, try and get that in the video, but if not, I'm gonna film throughout the week, so definitely show you the improvements I've made. This is day 7, 0 carb. So I'd be lying if I said I haven't been struggling this week. We had a hectic weekend. Shout out to Valor and shout out to our new gym, Aesthetic Health and Fitness, and Wahid, who's taken over. It's still our gym where we trained, but that was Body Blitz, that was Flex. Wahid's taken over now. So long story short, we was in London on Saturday. For the Valor launch party, which went off. Shout out to Lenny! Stop! Yeah, so their launch party down at PMG gym. Shout out Ange and everyone at PMG as well. That was sick, and then straight from there we come back to Bronx yesterday for our own workshop, which was sick. Amir Khan came through. It was busy all night, literally. So hectic weekend, which I did struggle with, man, to fit my training and cardio. But it's like I said, there's no excuses to be made. The plan is the plan, and you've got to do what you got to do. So I'm here getting this first meal in. Like I said, it's 0 carb. What I've done with this meal as well, I've upped my fats a little bit. So I get 20 grams of almond butter, which I spread over this omelette. So it's just an egg white omelette. I get 20 grams of almond butter, I spread that on. Obviously I could have got my fats from the yolks, but I prefer the almond butter. And I'm at the point now where I'm noticing little things about my body and diet, and I've never really messed around with my fats. I've said it loads of times in my videos, I only play around with carbs. And my fat should stay the same, but since doing that, I have noticed changes in my physique. I get a harder look and a better conditioned look when I up my fat slightly. It's really weird, and obviously energy-wise, it's helping while I'm on 0 carbs. So this is my first meal. 2 scoops of ISO whey. I have it with hot water. Anyone look like me, I love a hot drink, cup of tea, cup of coffee. Black coffee, I drink it now and again, obviously just for energy wise, but it doesn't do it for me like a good hot drink. So dimetized isolate with hot water is banging. It's just like a hot chocolate. So this is a lifesaver. So that's my first meal, high protein, moderate fats, 0 carbs. And then I'm gonna shoot off to the gym. I've got some clients booked in. I'll do some posing. I'll take my trucks to the gym, get some posing done. Oh my God, Lenny, please. So yeah. I'm waffling. I'm gonna finish this breakfast, shoot off to the gym. Lenny! Stop! I wouldn't even mind, but he's not actually barking at anything. Like he barks at stuff like rocks and bricks. Like I wish I can get him on camera. Next time I'll get him on camera, he'll sit there and he'll bark at a brick. I don't know. I don't know. Luckily I'm in a good energy at the moment, so I've got the tolerance for it. But yeah, let me get this meal in. I'm gonna head to the gym, train a couple clients, and then we'll pick this video up at some point throughout the morning. Peace. A flat tire as well. Love a flat tire first thing in the morning, but tell a lie, I knew it was flat from yesterday and I just haven't been asked to sort it. But my new car's coming in a month, finally. So I'm starting my loading today. Like I said, we're not gonna go as aggressive with all the typical peak week protocols that we used to, but like I said, me and Troy will go into detail, into a bit more detail into what the plan is and what we're gonna do later. But I am still loading to a certain extent, so I'm gonna hit about 7 liters today. Probably keep that consistent for the rest of the week. So when I do my cardio, I have a full shaker with some BCAAs in, just to get me going in the morning, but I don't count that to my overall water intake, just so I know that I've hit that 7 liters or whatever it is I'm aiming for. So get started on these, make sure we get that in by the end of the day. I'm gonna try and make sure I get it in before like late at night, because I typically end up getting lazy with it, and then it's 10, 11 o'clock and I've still got a litre or 2 to get down, which is a pain in the arse. Anyone else that is water loaded or just drinks a lot of water in general will know. Like, I'm gonna be getting up throughout the night, but if I can, the earlier I can get it in, hopefully the less that's gonna be waking me up in the night to go to the toilet. But yeah, I've got Vic waiting to train. He's 6 weeks out from UK BFF, Sugar Classic, doing 6 so far, so I'm gonna beast him and then crack on with the day. Let Vic borrow my new whip. Bring it back safe, bro. This week is real basic, low carbs, low calories, low everything, so nothing exciting at all, but obviously gives you an insight into how my peak week looks anyway. So let's get on. Kate's been away for a week now. Lenny's not happy. I know. She'll be back on Thursday. So I've had to fend for myself, so has Lenny. Well, obviously me and Lenny have had to. So anyway, meal number 2 going down, 3 if you count my shake, but yeah, meal number 2. Like I've always said, my diet is real basic, and this week for me personally anyway, some people don't deplete. Some people, everyone does it differently, but I do deplete all the way down and then put some carbs in towards the end of the week, and then we go from there. So meal number 3, don't even know what I'm talking about. So we've got 200 grams of white fish. I use basa. A lot of people have cod or other white fish, tilapia, stuff like that. I use basa. Personally, I'll be honest, it's cheaper. And I don't believe there's much difference nutritionally, in my opinion anyway. It does the same job. And it's got more of a meaty texture, which I personally like. So anyway, yeah, so I've got basa, broccoli, and then I throw just some normal rock salt and a bit of cinnamon on there as well. I've been putting cinnamon on pretty much everything recently. And then I've literally got 2 more of those meals to go for the day. Yeah, so I go with basa, bit of rock salt. Obviously, pink Himalayan salt, although you can buy really expensive salt, and yes, it's probably better. Once again, this is just what I do, in my opinion. As long as it's not table salt and it's a good quality rock salt, I think the difference is minimal. And then with the cinnamon's got loads of benefits, but the main one for me is just taste, to be honest. It's got good fat burning properties and other stuff as well. Just Google cinnamon, there is a load of good properties, and it is worth adding into meals or adding into your daily micronutrient intake, but without going into it too much. I like the taste of cinnamon, and as you can see, the meal's not the most appetizing, so cinnamon I put on pretty much everything. When you eat a lot of veg, sometimes it can cause a bit of bloating. Personally, I haven't experienced it too much, but I still, just to be safe, I don't want to load up on veg, so I have a little bit of broccoli, get that fibre in, help with digestion. But then the other 2 meals, I'll switch to asparagus, which obviously at this point of prep now, where I'm trying to dry out, asparagus is a natural diuretic, so that I want to have that in my diet. So real simple. First meal, like I showed you earlier, egg whites, a little bit of extra fats. Meal 2, 3 and 4 is basa, 2 with broccoli, 1 with asparagus, that's just white fish. And then my final meal of the evening is salmon, and I'll get some asparagus in with that as well. So a little bit higher fats. Like I said, I'll push my fats up a little bit for the last 4 weeks, and it's really helped me a lot with just condition, energy as well. Obviously you get a bit more calories from fats, but my carb intake's low, so it's just worked really well for my body. Hopefully when I do some posing later, you'll be able to see the difference, because we've definitely come on in the last 4 weeks. So yeah, I'm gonna get this meal in. I've got some work to do on the laptop, some client updates and whatnot, and then yeah, back to the gym later. It's a push day. I can't even get excited about it because I've got nothing in me, but we're getting close to the show, so mind is on, what's it called? Mind's on the, what's the word? My eyes are on the prize, that's the one. Eyes on the prize. Obviously, for those that I mentioned it in previous videos before, obviously it's been 2 years now, just over 2 years since I quit my full-time job working at Jaguar. So obviously PT full-time and pursue my whole fitness career in that sense, like with the coaching and the PTing. And someone asked me before where I think that's helped, like with prep and whatnot. And up until like the last few weeks, I'd say it doesn't really make a difference. You still got to do the same things. I'm still obviously I still work, and I work like inconvenient times, you would think. But the last few weeks have literally worked perfect, especially as I've started to be real depleted and struggling with prep. Like, I'll be honest, from like the outside looking in through Insta, social media, it looks like I'm just chilling, go gym, chill with the lads, blah, blah, blah. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of perks to it. But the last 2-3 weeks, since we got back from my BFA, the last two weeks of prep have been like horrible. And I don't mean horrible in the sense of prep's gone sick, like I'm where I need to be, that's gone sick, but like the mental side of it and the fatigue side of it is proper battered me. Like I've been in a mad little headspace. Anyone that preps knows, like, you know when they say you get to those dark stages of prep, that's what I've been in the last 2 weeks, like physically not having the energy to entertain a conversation with people. I find I can only hold a conversation with certain people that just understand. Like my tolerance is really low. That's why like Katie's away in Dubai for this week, and although like she helps me so much on prep, and especially coming into this peak week, it would be obviously it'd be nice to have her, but she pretty much takes care of everything, so all I would have to do is work, train, come home, my food will be sorted, blah blah blah. So but like literally I feel like I've got that deep into prep and that deep into a depleted state that it's a good thing she's not here, because I've found myself snapping and being miserable. Like if you were to see me in the gym or see me out, you'd probably think I look miserable. You wouldn't think much of me, to be honest, but luckily the people around me, and obviously my gym, everyone knows that I'm prepping and what the score is. But yeah man, I've been proper just in my own head, unsociable, miserable, not miserable because I know what I'm doing it for, but like I said, that you do get to that dark place in prep where you can't function and focus on anything else. So back to my point anyway, the way my clients and everything's worked out has been really good. So typically, like today, I'll get up at 5:30, get to the gym first thing 6 o'clock, do my cardio, and then what that does, it gives me a chance to get back home, because my first client wouldn't be until 8 or 9, normally 9 to be fair. My clients have worked out perfect. I managed to structure it so I'll come back, I can have a shower, a bath, get my first meal in, sometimes even get another half an hour nap in or something like that. Head back to the gym, train a couple of clients throughout the morning, and then I'll come back here now. Come on in. Len wants to join in. So I'll sit down then if you want to be in here. Yeah, so then I'll come back here about this time now, about midday. Get on, Len, come on. Get on with my emails, client updates, and yeah, just my general online stuff. Like I said, with the online coaching and the online clients, we're putting a lot of effort into that at the moment. We've got people competing and whatnot. Shout out Rory as well. He just got second place at UKUP on Saturday, going for the finals in 2 weeks. So then yeah, so I've got to come back home, get a meal in. That gives me a chance to catch up on all emails. Obviously we've got the 10-week challenge, so it gives me a chance to do all of that stuff. And then head back to the gym later on this afternoon and train, but it also gives me time to have a nap as well. So it just gives me I have little bursts of where I've got to do stuff. So I've got that burst in the morning where I've got to work, do clients, be active, then I can come home. And even though I'm working from home, obviously, I am working, but I can put my feet up, I can watch some TV, I can have a nap and try and reserve as much energy as possible to go back and finish the rest of my day off. And then obviously I have clients in the afternoon. But it just helped me loads because I can structure my day how I want it. My clients understand that I'm prepping and are willing to work around me as well. So I really can't complain, but I'll be lying if I said I haven't been struggling. And I think that whole support network around me, Katie, the lads, my clients, just everyone that actually understands the process, has been a massive part to me being able to get through this prep. I'd definitely say it's the most I've struggled mentally during the prep and physically. Like I physically am tired doing everything, even standing up, sitting down. So it's crazy because it's like you look the best you've ever looked from the outside, but feel the worst you've ever looked, feel the worst you have been on the inside, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's mad. I feel like I'm mad. I'm not in a sexist way or anything like that, but I feel like a emotional woman. That's what I feel like. But it's all part of prep, and like I said, there's a bigger picture in mind. We've got the British finals, and I just want to do as best as possible, man. And we're definitely en route to doing that. So yeah, man, I'm gonna chill for the next few hours, wrap up these emails, watch some YouTube. This is typically what I do. I stick YouTube on and watch it. But to be fair, I'm getting bored of these YouTube videos, man. I feel like, I don't know if anyone else, what do you feel like? I feel like the fitness, like YouTube, bodybuilders, fitness videos, I've gone downhill. Like there's no one I really watch anymore. I've ended up, I watch a lot of like cheat meal videos, And even just normal cooking, like still like bodybuilding or like, you know, like a day of eating and stuff like that. I've been proper into them for some reason recently. It's weird because I'm sitting there and watching this guy make a steak, and I don't know what it is. It keeps my mind occupied. So I don't know if is there anyone new or fresh? Who do you like watch aside from me? If you do, obviously you're watching this now. Who do you rate video wise? Because like I said, like I said, I've lost interest. Like even like pump chasers and certain things that I used to watch, I just lost interest for. It might just be me during prep and whatnot, but I definitely feel like videos have gone downhill. Even like with the Olympia, and I think you got the Olympia coming, or the Olympics have obviously been and gone, and there's hardly anyone put any content out. Like the biggest bodybuilding show in the world, the most famous bodybuilders, hardly anyone put any content out. So I think it's all a bit mad. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, let me get back to work. I'm gonna wrap this up, watch a couple videos, get a nap in, take young Leonard out for a walk because he's just staring at me. Yes, I'm gonna take you out for a walk, and then we'll get back to the gym in a bit. Yeah? Yeah? Okay. We're back on the frying pan. Now this here, I wasn't really gonna put it in the video, but I find it like a real, I wouldn't say diet hack, but it definitely gives me like a sweet sort of, it just settles a craving for that sweet sort of thing. So literally, obviously with zero carbs, so it's literally just egg whites and whey. And what I'll do is cook the egg whites, so that just before they start to get hard, put them into a little container, do a scoop and a half of whey with a little bit of warm water, pour it over, put it in the microwave, and it makes like a mushy, desserty, eggy, chocolatey mess. But like I said, at this point of prep, it suits me perfectly. So yeah, real quick, zero carb, and like I said, man, it just helps with that little chocolatey craving. Hello? Yes, bro, how's it going? Yeah, not too bad. Just yeah, I had to get that last minute cardio in, so yeah. Yeah.
Or 3 o'clock, and I said, look, 9, the boys are going to come all the way from Birmingham, so
yeah,
probably better.
Okay, yeah.
So if you're able to make it on I think it's Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday the 10th, yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, so if you guys are able to pop down,
yeah.
if you bring some, if you've got a camera or whatever, if not, then I've got one myself, but it's just a shoot where we get a bit of the training, but plus a bit of the looking like you guys are making a YouTube video or whatever. I mean,
well, yeah. To be fair, if we're okay to film, because I'm actually I'm documenting my prep up to the show anyway, so I could vlog on that day anyway. I've got all my stuff with me, and we could film anyway, so it would actually work perfect.
Perfect, bro. Absolutely perfect. Then.
Wicked.
So then I'll see you on Wednesday.
Yeah, so it's 3 o'clock, yeah.
Yeah, bro. Please.
Okay, perfect. We'll be there.
See you there, man.
All right, mate. Take it easy. See you then.
Cheers. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Boom. I'll fill you in on what that was in a minute. From there, literally, that just goes on the egg whites. I know these look disgusting, but trust me, you just gotta have faith. You gotta have faith. Straight out of the microwave, I've just put some more cinnamon on top of that, and it's literally eggy, chocolatey, whatever you want to call it. Does not look appetizing, but at this point in prep, it's amazing. And to be fair, I don't know whether that's just down to that, or it's really down to this bad boy here. This diamatized iso whey is the best tasting whey ever. Say even just a normal shake cures the cravings. So I go gourmet chocolate or the chocolate peanut butter, but banging. So that's my pre-workout meal, and there's also my stop craving, stop binging meal as well. So yeah, that's it. That was actually, name's Azam. Obviously, I said we went down to London on Saturday. We was at the Valor launch party down at PMG Gym, East London, Walthamstow. Go check them out. But yeah, anyway, obviously they've heard about us, they've seen what we've done and whatnot, seen what we're doing, like what we're doing. And Ange actually introduced us to Azam, who's he's a businessman, he does a lot of things, but he just opened a gym called Graftism, which is down Watford way. long story short, we got talking. He knew about us already and was interested to meeting with us. And with the whole promotion of his new gym, he's got a 4-page spread in Muscle and Fitness. Or is it Muscle and Health? Muscle and Fitness. I think it's Muscle and Fitness. So obviously, that's a big publication. I know he's got Ryan Crowley. Anyone that's in bodybuilding probably know him. He's like an up-and-coming junior, just competed in America and come back, who's doing it as well. Basically offered me the chance to be in the spread. So it's a 4-page spread in Muscle and Fitness magazine. So obviously I was like 100%, just let me know when and where, and I'm on it. So swap details, whatnot. And then obviously that was 2 days ago. And then that was the call then. So come through with it, man. So Wednesday, I'm gonna have to arrange my day to get down to Watford and do that shoot, which is with Simon from SNH Photography as well. So he's another big photographer. So yeah, I'm buzzing about that, to be fair.
It's obviously all about Scott. We're gonna make sure he's getting through the session. I think anyone who's been prepping and doing shows, you'll understand the last few weeks are probably your hardest. You got not necessarily no motivation, but you haven't got the energy within you to get these sessions done. So today we're focusing on Scott. We're making sure we're getting this session 100%. We're not going to be pushing any crazy weight. We're not going to be looking at we're not obviously going to be trying to break into too much muscle, but we're going to be focused on getting those last bits of glycogen out of the muscle ready for the carb up at the end of the week. So the training regime this week is literally going to be push pull, and then last upper session on Friday. So no legs, obviously we've done his last leg session on Friday.
It's Wednesday.
Wednesday, yeah. So we've taken a different approach. Obviously, you've seen come up over the years. I think it's been like 3 years competing. One thing we don't do is end up trying the same thing. We're taking all the information on board which we've learned, and we're trying out new things. So that's what I'd say to anyone who's competing: learn about your body the first few years of competing, and keep in what works for you. Obviously, we've kept a kind of routine of carbing up a few days out, doing your last depletion workout, stopping cardio, but we've learned a lot about different types of cardio coming up to the show, what plays a part in holding water on your legs and what doesn't. So yeah, anyway, we'll talk about that later. Different approach to cardio and that anyway. So yeah, this week's training, push pull, and then upper.
J.E. on the button.
And I ain't sitting round no grub. When I'm back home, all I know is cling film, skills in the trap phone. The amount of time I plotted work, and I lost the pack. I moved the big bits out in lumps, the crumbs I wash it back, or splash 10 cash. I don't need a reason, still I had to use my card. Everything I bought's new season, hit the strip club with the missus. She asked what I've been doing, told her that I just been washing. She knows I ain't talking dishes. They don't care, you put them on, still they wanna switch place. Couple buffers call me big head rolly, it's a big face. I swear this fast life's a part of me. Nothing but red souls, my wardrobe's looking like a burst artery. This is shout out to my hustlers, cause you nice, cause you just eatin', built a line and got it beaten. This is shout out to my hustlers. Looking back it was a struggle, but you made at least a double. This is shout out to my hustlers. I'm trying to get my butter straight. Wanna see me fail, don't hold your breath, I swear you'll suffocate. I match the price you get or beat it. Nigga bell me, but don't mistake these D's for some LVs. I link the plug, the hood and plugging them. I think I see more 8 fools than Mr. Sullivan. I'm always eating up in Rocker. The plug don't speak no English, but I know he's speaking cock.
After the last few weeks, don't really seem to be getting too much pump, but he's still up full. How do you feel in the training wise?
Yeah, like obviously there's some element of a pump, but I think it's more down to low body fat. Just like because my body fat's so low, and obviously I've got the muscle mass there, it looks like I'm pumped. But in terms of feeling anything, there's just nothing there.
Okay, so you know this fully depleted feeling?
Yeah.
How long do you reckon you've been in this state for? Because obviously you had your show, so that was probably 2 weeks before that.
So we had,
did a bit of food after that.
yeah, which
So-
Sunday we got back from my refund. So we had the show. I stayed on my cardio and diet a few days after that. Flew out on the Wednesday, and then even then my diet was controlled. 100 gram of carbs a day. So, but that took me out of the depleted mode, so to speak. And then we got back on the Sunday, 2 weeks yesterday, and from then I've been zero carb. No, did I do zero carb straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is like 2 weeks zero carbs. So it's really hard to just function on like any level, mentally and physically. For instance, after the show, the finals, I'll go away on holiday a month after. So what I'll do for that is I'll try my best to reverse diet out of it, bring my body to a level where it's just stable and everything's back to normal. So then when I go away, I don't have no mad rebounds and put a load of weight on. But like I said, it's easier said than done when you've been dieting for 20 weeks and then someone says, all right, go back to your diet and just reverse out of it. It's easier said than done. But yeah, I've been zero carb for 2 weeks and I'm feeling it. So as you can probably tell by my workout, there's not really much energy going into it. But like Troy was saying earlier, the whole point, obviously I'm still trying to train as hard as I can, still lift as heavy as I can to just keep myself full and get everything right for show day. But in terms of like intensity and everything like that, it's hard to get going in normal life, let alone in the gym. So that's why we've got George, Troy and the rest of the lads here to just get it through so I can just get in and get out. No, I wasn't focusing on the final. My main priority was the Midland show, just as it being a local show. And like it's good, it's our city, do you know what I mean? So that was my intentions anyway. And I knew it was a big step up going into class 2. So I didn't have high expectations, but I just being realistic that I didn't know if I was at that level or not. So anyway, long story short, obviously after that show, doing as well as we did, and the feedback I got from it, sort of made me think, oh, I can actually be competitive and like do well in bodybuilding. Not that it's hard because I'm not saying I didn't think I could do well, but I've never been, I want to be a pro bodybuilder. Whereas now, like with the feedback I'm getting from like respected people and judges and stuff like that, it just made me think, alright, let me give it a go. And then so that sort of gave me the motivation to do the finals. Like I said, I got a lot of good feedback about like getting a good place at the finals. So spoke to a few of the judges, got the feedback I mentioned in the last video, and that's just what we've been working on from then until now. That was 3 weeks ago, this is last week.
You try all the shots. You never expect that shit, but every time the Lizzies died, I've went and resurrected it. Don't tell me about no beef over postcodes is dead. But if you're talking about this bread, I put a loaf on your head. And every movie I plan it, that's why I eat like a gannet. In the trap spot, cocoa on the counter like granite. I swear the line is a mazza. Chop a O in 20 minutes, so shout out to my bagger. This is shout out to my hustlers. Cause you nice, cause you just eat and built a line and got it beaten. This is shout out to my hustlers. Looking back at...
Is there any point to the session where you feel you get a boost? Or is there anything you do or use to get that kind of little bit of motivation? Because sometimes I see you push a little bit harder, sometimes I see you down. It's like music, drink, anything like motivate you for the session, or is it just straight through it?
Like, up until this week, I feel like this until I start training, and after like a few warm-up sets, I think like obviously the strength and everything's still down, but I sort of get going, which is I thought what would happen today, but I think I'm just past that point now. Like it's just I've got nothing at all in me.
But a lot of people say, yeah, obviously you got a good team behind you. What would you say to anyone who hasn't trained on their own? What would be the best thing for them to do?
Get one. I couldn't train by myself now. I couldn't. Like, I'm just being 100% honest. I couldn't. I'm barely getting through it as it is. Like, it's hard for me to even give that advice because obviously we've got, even without the main people here, there's always someone here to help. So that's what I always say to people. Like, we don't take it for granted. We all understand how much support we've got when it comes to shit like this, but I don't know, man. Just gotta keep whatever your goal is, you gotta just keep that at the forefront of your mind and make that the priority. But like I said, it's easier said than done. Like I said, at this point now, if I'm being 100% honest with myself, I couldn't train by myself. I couldn't do it. Or not, well, I could, but not effectively do what I need to do. So find yourself a real training partner. It's going to be one of the best things you can do, if not more than one. So, yeah.
Some people have noticed from off season to like prep, your vests get thinner and smaller.
Yeah, I've got a drawer vest that I can only wear when I'm lean, and then when I'm off season, I got the fat vest, and then off season it's just t-shirts. Gotta make the most of it, you know what I mean?
Struggle, but you made at least a double. This is shout out to my hustlers. Cause you nice, cause you just eatin', built a line and got it beaten. This is shout out to my hustlers. Looking back, it was a struggle, but you made at least a double. This is shout out to my hustlers. This is shout out to my hustlers.
J.E. on the block.
Right guys, so fast forward a couple hours, the time right now is just gone 10 p.m. Wrapped up that session in the gym, had a couple clients to do this evening, and then I've literally just finished my cardio now. Now on the bike, 60 minutes to finish off the day, and yeah, literally just got home. So what I thought I'd do, because I didn't have the time to film and whatnot, I did get some rounds of posing in, so I thought let me wait till I get home, I can get my cardio done, get my last meal made, which I'm gonna eat now, and then I can wrap up today and let you guys know what the plans are for the rest of the week. Last meal of the day. Shock, Lenny's here. Wayne, get out of the way. Yeah, so this is my final meal. Asparagus, like I mentioned earlier, and there's like 200 grams of salmon, just a little bit less I think there. I normally have it a lot more well done than that, but I'm starving, so I literally just took it out. That's why it's all in bits like that. Today's session, we got it done, you know what I mean? Like I mentioned earlier while we was training, at the moment, like I'm that depleted. It's really hard to get out. Like I said earlier, I can't even gas it and pretend that I'm not struggling. Like I am struggling, but in the same sense, no one's forcing me to do this, we choose to do it, so it's not a thing to moan about, but obviously I'm just letting you guys know how I'm feeling, because like I said, from the outside looking in, it looks like all good. And it is, don't get me wrong, like I said, it is part of the sport, but you get what I'm saying anyway. But yeah, session went well. Did a couple of rounds of posing after, post-workout, get the trunks on, try and find a good spot in the gym. The lighting wasn't the best today, because it was like, we trained a little bit later than usual. And yeah, obviously with posing and really trying to see condition, natural lighting is the best. And as you see, because the gym's being refurbed, we've got like downward spotlights and different colour lights and that. So anyway, long story short, couple of rounds of posing in with Troy. I'm really happy with how I'm looking. I mean, my thing since last year and just competing in general is, I've mentioned it loads of times, is just to bring up my weak points and build a really good physique, a balanced physique, get my proportions up more than anything. And I really think that I've done that really well, to be honest. Not gassing myself up, because you already know I'm not that type of person, but like when I look at my when I look at my poses now, when I'm going through my mandatories, and I'm just really happy with how I'm hitting them, considering, and yeah, I'm really happy with how they're looking. I mean, one, my posing is a little bit better, but two, like I said, the things that I've worked on, the things that I needed to bring up from last year, like my arms, my hamstrings, my V-taper, stuff like that, I think they've just all come up really well. So, I mean, as far as what I could have done during this off season and during this prep, I think I have done, and I'm happy with that. Looking through the root posing now, I'm happy with how I'm hitting my poses. I'm happy with my transitions. Obviously, they could always be better, but you know what I mean? It's all about improvement, and at the moment, I think I've made enough improvement to warrant me being content with it at this point, That makes sense. Bear in mind, I've started water loading as well, so that's 7, well, once I finish this, that'll be 7 litres down today. So long story short, I'm happy with where we are. The plan, obviously, like I said, was to just come in tighter and harder, exactly like we did last year, but obviously this time we had a bit longer. Even with the few days in Ibiza, it still gave me 3 weeks in between the qualifier and the finals. The last qualifier, right in a fully depleted state, right before I carved up, I was 15 stone 11, and then I did a 3-day carb up, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and by Sunday morning I was 16.2, which in hindsight now, I pushed the food too far. I had way too much food and carved up too much, in my opinion anyway. So the aim was to try and get down anywhere from 4 to 6 pounds. So at the moment, I'm sitting this morning anyway, I was 15.8 and a quarter, so I'm hoping to be under 15.8 tomorrow. My aim is to be 15.5. I want to be 15.5, fully depleted. On Friday morning, I'm going to do 1 less day carb up. So instead of the 3-day carb up, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm just going to do a small amount of carb. I'm going to deplete right down, right up until Friday, cardio up until Friday, and then a small amount of carbs in on the Friday, wake up on a Sunday, assess where we're at, and then load some carbs in on the Saturday, but nothing too crazy. I'm really happy with the condition that I'm waking up in at the moment. I'm hard, I'm dry, and I want to take that into the show. So I'm going to take the emphasis off trying to do all this mad carb up and just focus on like doing what works. Do you know what I mean? This the last week, especially the last week, like I woke up every day looking better, looking tighter, looking harder, drier, everything. So if I can just fill that out a little bit and come with that same condition, then I think, well, I don't know how I'll do, because obviously it depends on the competition, but I'll definitely blow myself out of the water as far as the last show. I'm definitely going to be filming obviously the whole show weekend, because Kate will be back and obviously be able to help me. I'm going to film Wednesday as well, obviously the shoot I mentioned earlier with Muscle and Fitness, that would be sick. So I'll try and get a little video out then. But other than that, that's a little update to where we're at, how we're looking. I'm pretty excited, to be fair. Like I said, it's a hard one. It's sort of a catch-22. Like, I'm excited because I know that I'm gonna look loads better. I already do look loads better than the qualifier. It's obviously, I don't know how that's gonna mark up compared to the level of the finals. It's a British finals, do you know what I mean? So we'll see. But either way, I'm excited to really nail my conditioning this time and bring something special as far as I'm concerned. And that's what you can do in this sport. Prep files, we're gonna keep the videos going. I'm about to get in the bath and get to bed and do this shit all over again. It's like Groundhog Day, 5:30 in the morning, bam, I'm back on it again, on that Stairmaster, smashing out another day, 1 day closer to the finals. Yeah, I'm gonna get off, so please give the video a like, share it, comment below, interact, get involved, man. Let me know what you wanna see, let me know what you think. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.